The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjust. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Live from the Plantation. I'm Spartacus 2.0, a.k.a. Jerry Metcalf, and with me, as usual, upstairs, across the prison gallery, is Lucifer 777.
What's good? What's good?
Today, we're doing something new, try some little experiment. We're doing something we call prison stories. Everyone in prison has a story to tell, some good, some bad, some sad, some funny, and some educational. But they all have one thing in common. These fucking stories are interesting. Today, we got the KFC bandit with us, with this dude named Drew. He went viral he was robbing a KFC with a knife, and he was apologizing the whole time. I'm sorry. Give me the money.
I was apologetic.
Sure.
So we're gonna let him tell us a little bit about himself. So, Seven, take it from here.
Okay, Drewski, man. Listen, like Jerry just said, you are the nicest guy that I've ever come across, right? First, tell the public about yourself, man. Tell our family about who is Drew.
Well, I'm basically I try to do the right thing. I made a lot of mistakes in my life doing drugs for almost basically since I was 16 years old, just making bad decisions doing drugs. And I think I'm a pretty nice guy, but when I get on drugs, boy, I tell you, I just do some really, really dumb stuff. Case in point, I robbed a KFC with a knife, escaped on a bike, and fought the cops, got tased, and, well, here I am.
Okay. See, Josh, so that answered my next question, and I was going to say, how did you get to this spot that you're in right now? To be such a nice guy as you, right? And being that nice guy, people don't know that you're that nice. So they kind of like come at you aggressive. And you have a story to tell the Live from the Plantation family right now. And I want to see how you fared, man. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, and for the record, hold up. For the record, I haven't heard this story either, so it's going to be a new one on me as well.
Okay. So I assume you're talking about the reason I have the tattoo on my upper back.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
What about that?
When I was 19, I first came into prison. I went through quarantine, and then I ended up at Ken Ross, the old Ken Ross, upstate. Big, that's like the danger prison at the time. They've closed down now. But I was in for about 30 days before an individual showed up. His name was HP. I was sitting in the day room, and he tells me, "Hey, you look like a guy I just left at another facility." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He says, "Just wait here. I'm going to go get a picture." I don't see him for the rest of the day. I'm like, whatever. Next day, I'm sitting in the day room. This dude shows up, and he goes, and he has his picture with him, and it's a black guy. And I'm like, okay, you're kind of weird. I don't really see the resemblance. But I actually start hanging out with him. He starts, schooling me a little bit in, prison, this, that, and the other thing. I'm going to chow with him, hanging out with him. One day he comes to me and he goes, "AAA." He called me AAA, and I will fight you if you ever call me that. And I don't know why he called me AAA. He called me. He goes, "AAA, I need to tell you something." I said, "What's up, man? What's up, HP?" And he goes, "I've done some homosexual activity in my life." And I'm like, "I don't care. My mom's gay. It's never really bothered me. Maybe you've just been in prison that long, or you just that way. I don't care." He says, "Oh, excellent." He's rubbing his hands together. He goes, "Excellent. Maybe we can rub one off in the shower together one time." And I was like, "No." 19 years old, white as skim milk, has literally never been in trouble before in my life. This buff Snoop Dogg is basically propositioned me for sex. I was like, you know what? I gotta go call my mom. I'll talk to you later. I went to the unit, sat in my bunk for a while, kind of panicked, but then I calmed down. I'm like, whatever. I just won't hang out with him anymore. I didn't know that it's just like, oh, that's not really an option. I go to the shower later today, and when you think of the Ken Ross gym shower. It is the scariest shower you could possibly imagine. It's dark. It's a gang shower, and the camera that's supposed to watch it to make sure no one's getting, raped is just the lens is completely scratched over. You can't see anything. I said, okay. I'm in the shower. I'm getting undressed, and I know someone comes in behind me, but I'm not really paying attention. I'm don't have the danger sense people usually have at this time, and I feel something slide across my lower back. I'm like, what the hell? And I turn around, and it's HP, and he's got his dick in his hand. He just wiped his dick across my back. To this moment, I'm going to say this is probably the proudest moment of my life, short of my son being born, that I reacted the way you're supposed to. I hit the fucker in the face as hard as I could. Granted, I didn't do a whole lot. In fact, I don't think it did anything because he just growled at me. I grabbed my shit and took off running. I'm in my underwear and run back to my cube in the gym. I throw my stuff on my bunk, and I'm in the back, and I squared up. Now, and he comes running in behind me. He had to put his pants on at least. He's like, you motherfucker, you hit me. I'm going to rape you. You're mine, bitch. You're mine. And I'm back there. I'm like, oh, come on. I'm crying. Snot's coming out of my nose. I'm tearing up. My face is bright red. I'm scared to death. My bunkie at the time, SQ, gets up and he goes, what's going on? And I go, this dude, the HP goes, that motherfucker hit me. And I yell out, that motherfucker tried to rape me. And he goes, what? And he turns and looks at HP and he says, get the fuck out of here. You're not allowed around here. I don't want you around here. And he goes, fuck that, I'm taking him. And he started to move into the cube, and SQ stands in front of me, and then he makes he made a bird call of some sort, and dude was surrounded in a second. And eventually they convinced him to leave. He turns and looks at me, and he goes, what the fuck's going on? And I told him what's going on. He says, you know why I haven't talked to you for the last 3 weeks you've been in the gym? And I said, why? And he goes, I thought you were a fag. I said, huh? I thought you were his fucking boy toy. You've been hanging out with a known fag. I said, I didn't know that shit. He's like, how long you been down? I said, since for about a month. And he goes, all right, look, this is what's going to happen. You're going to hang out with me. I'm going to take care of you. Nothing's going to happen to you. I said, okay, because I'm just grasping at my lifeline right here. He says, did he give you any food? And I go, no. Or I said, yes. And he goes, you're going to give it back to him right now. And I said, okay. And I gave it to him, and he took it over to him. For the rest of my time, I didn't have any trouble with that particular part of my bit. And so I said all that to say this. My mom had sent me a book earlier on and I hadn't finished reading it, but right about that moment in my life when I was almost raped, I was reading a part, and this book is about prison stories and from the predator's perspective. And it said they don't like ink on their meat. So I went and found the first individual that was willing to give me a tattoo on my upper
you said
back.
They don't like what? Hold on. Drew, hold on. You said they don't like what?
Say what? It was they don't like ink on their meat. And I went and found the first person that was willing to give me a tattoo, a guy named Merlin, this German dude, and he put a demon on my upper back. And my thought was that if someone knocked me out, he might not be able to get hard if he's seen the demon on my back. That was the reason I got the tattoo on my back, because I almost got raped.
All right, Drew, man. Hey, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you. We're out of time.
I had fun. I have more stories, and if you ever want me back.
Yeah, I'm sure.